So, my name is Maria de Luz Camarena Martinez. I'm from Mexico, and I'm going to explain a little bit about the derivative from calculus. Well, the person who invented it, this is represented by an apple. Yes. So you might know that the person who invented this is Isaac Newton because of the apple. He discovered the gravity and he discovered these derivatives because they are exact numbers and well they can be useful in his second law. Well, what how to calculate a derivative? Well, a derivative is a tangent line in a function. So you have to calculate the slope of that function, and the line is only touching at exact point at the line. So we have different ways to calculate the derivatives. We have here the limits, and then we have some rules that can be useful and more faster, a little bit faster. We have here that our example of a function will be 2x to the square minus 3, and this function is plotted into the Cartesian plane. So we are going to use the limits to calculate a tangent line, so we will have the derivative. Uh, we have here the function. The first step is to calculate a function that will be bigger. We will get a like a bigger number. So we don't know the exact number, but we will use some variables. We will use h and we will use x. So we make the same function, but we add the x. We add the h to the x. The second step is to get the limit of h when it's approaching 0. So we have that 2x plus h to the square minus 3 minus 2x to the square plus 3 over h will be our function to get a limit. And then we will get the slope. Well, we develop the square, so we got x to the square plus 2xh plus h to the square, and then we need to get this function and multiply the 2. Well, then we got 2x to the square plus 4xh plus 2h squared minus 2, because we eliminate these two numbers. So we got this function. We have here in the step 3, we have to factorize the number that is here. Well, here, so we get h that is multiplying 4x plus 2h, and we got above the h. So then we just we just we just eliminate this h, and then we change this for a 0, so we will get this number that will be 4x. The derivative of this function will be this. We have different rules to get faster the number. So we have here that a constant rule Well, the constant rule will be that a derivative of a constant number will be always zero. A constant number, it will be a number with a variable. We have the power rule. The power rule, we have the derivative of x to the n. We got like the number of the n that is multiplying the x, and we need to subtract 1 to the n, so this will be more useful, more helpful. We got another formula that is from the 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 sum and the difference. We have that the derivative of a function that is adding. We got the derivative of x plus the derivative of g of x, and we will have the product rule. Then the product rule will be the derivative of f of x times g of x will be equal to f of x times g derivative plus g of x times f derivative, and we will get faster the number that is multiplying here. We have the quotient rule. This is useful in a division. So we are dividing the function, the f function with the g function, and we need to get the derivative here. So we just multiply f derivative, the derivative of f of x times g of x minus f of x times the derivative of g of x, and we got and we will need to have to divide this into this number that will be the square, and we will need this here. We have the same function that was useful before, that is here, and we plotted it into the Cartesian plane. Now we have the derivative of x will be the number here times the coefficient of x, and we have to subtract 1 that we have here 1, so it will be 2 times 2 of 2x, and we don't have nothing here because this number is a constant. So the constant, the derivative of a constant is equal to 0. So our final result is the derivative of f of x is equal to 4x, and then we plot this function, and the function is this one that is only touching, and it will be bigger, and it will only touch 1 point. So the slope will be 4x. M is equal to 4x. And thank you. That's all for today.